All right, folks, we are back again. We got a whole bunch of new stuff. The field heard us last week complaining about too much Dragapult, and they responded. So we got Chad on Mega Sharpedo EX going up against Craig on the Team Rockets deck featuring Mewtwo in this build. So yeah, we got man, this is going to be a quite the interesting matchup here. So that Mega Sharpedo EX, it's kind of built around the Toxtricity, being able to grab energies out of the deck, accelerate them to the Sharpedo, putting damage counters on it, and then that Hungry Jaws, if it has any damage counters, it does 270 base damage here. So that's a huge hitter. Going up against whoever's up against Mega Sharpedo. Whereas Craig, we've seen the Rockets deck on stream quite a few times. I don't think we've seen the Mewtwo on stream at least anytime recently. But you know what we've talked about is the Rockets package for support is insane. There are so many good supporters and items to do that. It's just kind of missing the attacker. The Mewtwo was kind of the original one. And talking to Craig, where I mentioned that, Craig's like, I can hit. He's got the Mewtwo. He's got the maximum belt, so he can hit 330. He's like, I'm not worried about not hitting hard enough. Like, I'm going to show you that Mewtwo can take knockouts here.
I like that confidence.
And it's going to be tough against this dark deck though, because once again, weakness is going to come into play. Mewtwo having that darkness weakness.
Very true. And I mean, Chad is also playing that Toxtricity that you're able to get a dark from your, I believe it's your deck, and put on your bench. So he's got a great energy acceleration in his deck also.
Yep. And these are both of these players first time on stream, at least in this new year, where we've been kind of keeping tabs on who's playing what and on here. So this is our first time we've seen a Mega Sharpedo and the first time we've seen a Rockets Mewtwo. And the first time we've seen Chad and Craig. So there's a lot of new on this round tonight here. And Craig using that transceiver to grab the Team Rockets Proton, which lets you grab 3 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. And he is just flooding it with spiders. We got tarantulas all over the bench.
And we have seen Craig on stream for the 1K. He was playing the Alakazam.
Ooh.
So he said he switched off this week. I thought I knew what he was playing, and I flipped over his deck when I went through it, and I was fairly surprised to see this Rockets deck being played.
Yeah, I played Craig on Saturday at the Impact Challenge, and he was playing Alakazam, and he smoked me on Goldango. So
yeah, it's a horrible match.
Craig's yeah, he is, and Craig's a really strong player, and he likes to play these weird off meta decks like we've talked about before. Again, it just allows you to have what feels like a mental edge against your opponent.
Yeah.
But both players in this case are playing off meta decks.
Off meta decks. When your opponent has to read your cards, it's usually a pretty good sign. So I mean, like, we need people to play these type of decks and not just the golden gold, the Charizard, the
Dragapult,
Gardevoir, the same old the top 4. We need these.
We want to see some fun,
some spice. Yeah.
So Craig ended that turn. He put the Team Rockets energy on the Tarantula and passes it over to Chad then, who's going to use that Arvin to grab the Hyper Aroma.
That might be the first time we've ever seen that on any stream.
God, the last time we have seen Hyper Aroma was like when
people tried to force it in Guardy.
Came out and they played it with to get Refinement Curlias out. It's been years since we've seen a Hyper Aroma. But it makes perfect sense in this deck. You'll be able to get 3 stage 1 Pokemons. That's what the Ace Spec does. You can get Toxtricity, Mega Sharpedo. Boom, your deck is set up. Which is, it looks like that's what we're going to see here. Chad already got the energy last turn, so he's going to get the Toxtricity. He's going to get the Mega Sharpedo, get another energy on it. All he has to do is move this Psyduck, and that Mewtwo is gone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it gets scary really quickly.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do the math here. I was trying to see if he can get the KO with the Greedy Fang. I think he'll be just a little bit short, even with the Binding Mochi.
It only hit for what, 240?
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't. He's got the Petra on it. He doesn't even.
Yeah.
He has the way to move the side down.
Yeah.
So we will see the knockout on the Mewtwo this turn if he so chooses.
It.
Yeah. So
yep.
He's gonna put that Binding Mochi on, just make it even more damaging, even though you don't need it, because that Mewtwo is going to go. I mean, this Hungry Jaws now is what, 270, 310, 620 damage. Holy cow! I didn't think it could get any bigger than the Zoroark last round.
And I love the Toxtricity. I use it for. I recently put it in like my Dark GLC deck.
Oh yeah.
And that's the only deck that I bling out. So I like I like the alternate art of it. It's pretty cool.
It's a nasty. Oh, this is. But
That was
now,
a nice.
but now Mega Sharpedo is weak to grass, and so if Craig gets that Spidops in play, then what's it? It's 30 for each Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. So he does need a full field, because if he only has 5, that's only doing 300. So wait, never mind. He's got the KO with the poison on there. So we just need one more Pokemon in play and a Team Rocket Spidops, and now Craig will be off to the races. This is just going to be a colossal.
Put a 1 prize in the active too. So, but taking 3 prizes would be, that would be a nice setback, especially with Chad not setting up any more of the stage 1. What is it, Carvana?
Oh yeah, the Carvana. Yep, the basic. Yeah, that's gonna
basic.
Be,
I mean,
it's gonna be hard for Chad to make a comeback here, and I'm sure you think like you can't get that set up, right? If I take out this Mewtwo going first, like I should be fine. But like we said, the Team Rocket support package is so what makes this deck so good.
Yeah,
having all of that, like you don't mind. He's gonna be able to look. He's tossing away a draw up to 8 supporter to get energy. Like you have so many options.
I mean, you have the Petro, the Ariana, the Giovanni,
the Archer.
Like, it's just so good.
Yep, and that's what we saw Craig play, is he played the Team Rocket's Archer, which is, if your opponent takes a knockout, it's a disruption supporter. You shuffle your hands, and then you draw 5, your opponent draws 3. So kind of like a Roxanne type
of card.
Type of supporter.
But doesn't look like he found that
Spidops. Oh, man, that's rough. Is he going to be able to use?
He'll still have the factory.
Okay.
So.
He needs it. He needs it right here. He's got the transceiver and the another Mewtwo. Oh, he's got Ultra Ball.
He has the Ultra Ball.
Okay.
Sweet. He's fine.
Yep. I think he's just trying to maximize his turn here. Like, how do I get the most value? Oh, Craig's playing the Wondrous Patches. That's a nice include into the Mewtwo deck, because sometimes you see that's kind of what the Mewtwo engine, like you would think it does really well, because the Spidops can accelerate energy, but it only accelerates it to itself. Sometimes you can be a little short on getting those Mewtwo chains.
I got this deck being pretty decent after rotation also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, the support package with the attackers, like, I mean,
it literally doesn't lose anything.
Yeah, it loses nothing. Some of its harder matchups are out of the field. I mean, you still got like Dragapult and stuff like that. It's going to be lingering, but it's not too much in the way of it. I mean, you can go into these Spidops as 1 prize attackers, so I mean, doesn't seem too bad to me.
Yep. So Craig going to use that, I believe it was Rocket Rush, on to the Mega Sharpedo, and crucially, it dies to poison. So Chad can't even use something like a Pheasantipity or anything like that in response.
Yep.
So what do we got here? Now what do you do if you're Chad? You are now left
battle cage. So
probably less about just bumping that factory. Your battle cage doesn't really help you in this matchup, but it does get rid of that watchtower, which limits some draw on Craig's side.
So we'll see him use that toxicity onto his Petron. I'm not sure what's in his hand. It looked like maybe like a Seviper or something like that, but his hand's pretty low also. Didn't look like he had any supporters.
No, I think, I'm trying to remember what I saw in there. But getting that Petron EX, it's almost perfect, because you have an attacker, but you can't push Petron into the active with subjugating chains, so he needs a different way to move it. He's got a bomb.
Oh, he has Iona also, and Lilies.
And a Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. He's playing his own Rockets cards. Okay, so we saw the Iona here. We had a little skip in the in the video here.
Yeah, the string kind of dragged for us.
But we got that. It looks like it was just a pass over. He's missing the way to get the Psyduck out of the active and launch an attack. So rather than put something up that's just gets hit, might as well take the Psyduck, because it does not help you in this matchup at all. It's just a sacrificial lamb at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, you could see Craig use something like that Giovanni's, which is essentially like a Guzma, to swing like that. I mean, he does have in his toolbox.
Yeah, and if he can get think he would need like an E switch or something to get that. Yep, I think he's just gonna take it. I think he was trying to piece together maybe to get like a Mewtwo Erasure Ball play into the Petra run, but not being able to piece that together, he's just gonna take the safe, take the knockout, and now
He'll go down 2 prizes.
go down 2 prizes. And so he just needs to take that, which, as he told us before, it's not hard, especially on a 170 HP now Petra run EX. So, man, and that's
We'll
where we see the Sharpedo where it struggles in this is, again, it's that onboard draw. I think
Right.
that's the name of the game right now in this meta. So not having that is tough. Like when you get archered, oh, what do I do with this?
Right. And just like relying on like your supporters for your draw engine also. So like lilies and different things like that, which we see decks like Grimmsnarl lean into because they have no draw engine, which no draw engine makes it a lot harder to play the game. I mean, that's why you see decks like Godingo being at the top or like Dragapult. Those draw engines are just so great. Or like, I mean, you see a deck like Gardevoir because it can cheat energy, and any deck that can cheat energy into play, it's always been good in the meta. You take it back as far as Lugia or things like that, or Blastoise decks, and so
Yeah, and you would think then of like Toxtricity. I mean, its ability is really strong and it pairs really well with Mega Sharpedo EX. But I think just in this game specifically, Chad not able to get Carvanha's down until this turn is what makes this tough. Yeah, just gonna take it up, and he's taking the KO on the Spidops, and he's basically telling Craig, I am betting and hoping that you can't knock me out.
yeah, and like
He does need a full. No, he's got the full bench. He's got it. He's hitting for 180.
yeah, and with a deck like this, you couldn't even like boss stall because he plays the Giovanni's and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just gonna see. That was a kind of a quick match, honestly.
Yeah, it was. That's what happens. I mean, these are big when you're hitting for weakness, and you got these just big like stage one and basics, usually, and his own stage ones. But they swing fast, and when you're hitting for weakness, you're taking KOs fast. And especially in this format now, in this meta with Mega EXs, and you're taking 3 prizes per turn, it's not hard to rack up those prize
That's
cards.
the problem with those megas, man. You're getting smacked for 3 prizes. It sounds good in theory sometimes, but a lot of these mega decks are still quite slow. So
yeah, and I think it's really what we see, like kind of we were mentioning before the game ended, but in this kind of meta where onboard draw, there are so many good decks with onboard draw, it makes it really hard for you to be a deck that doesn't have onboard draw.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw with Chad here, like not being able to draw after that archer really hurt him. He basically lost a turn and gave Craig a free turn to do whatever he wanted.
Not being able to set up the Carvanas, only getting one Sharpedo in play, like that's going to make it very challenging for you to. I mean, yeah, you're hidden for weakness, but they're also hitting you back for weakness with a 1 prizer at that. So, yeah, it's rough when you can't get your strategy online from the jump, and like you said, that not having a draw energy, ability of any sort, kind of like holds
you're
you
really
back.
reliant on your supporters. But then crucially, if your supporters are used for drawing, you're not using them for gusting.
Right.
And so that now you're forced to hit into that 1 prizer. And like what he had the Iona, was only able to draw 4 cards. So you miss it. Whereas
it's like, you get the lilies, but it's kind of too late at that point. You get the lilies, Arvin, but I mean it's too late in the game, especially when you're getting hit for 3 prizes, 2 prizes. It is what it is.
So that's our matchup for round 3. We're gonna have one more round here, so we will see the Team Rocket's Mewtwo back again.
Yeah.
Trying to see who else was 2-0. I know Jeff on Dragapult was on there, so we might see a Mewtwo Dragapult matchup. And I can't remember who the other two were. Oh, Elliot. Because we just saw them win.
Yep.
So they could be back up here with the Zoroark. So we have a wide pool. We're probably not going to see. Well, we know we're not going to see a Dragapult mirror this week. So we will have a Rockets Mewtwo deck in the finals. It's just about what we see next.
Yeah.
Anything else before we cut to the bumper?
No.
Sweet. Well, we will be back in hopefully not too long. I know this match kind of went quick. Hopefully we'll be back to you with some more Pokemon action real quick. But we will see you for our 4th and final round in just a little bit. See ya.